Gusto mo ba mag-invest sa dividend stocks pero nalilito ka at hindi mo alam kung ano ang bibilhin? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa video na to with a demo kung paano gamitin ang AI para mag-research. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Ang pag-uusapan natin today ay all about dividend stocks. Ano ba ito? Bakit maganda mag-invest dito? At more importantly, paano ka makakapili ng magandang long-term high dividend stock? But before anything else, I hope ay nakasubscribe na kayo sa ating YouTube channel. Please give it a thumbs up at i-share nyo na rin sa mga kaibigan nyo. And with that, let's start. Ang pinaka-topic natin for today is how to find high dividend stocks for long-term investment. So kung gusto mo mag-invest para sa retirement mo, then this video is really for you. But first of all, ano ba yung mga dividend stocks? Well, dividend stocks are shares of companies that regularly pay out a portion of their earnings to investors as cash dividends. Investing in dividend stocks is a way to earn passive income while growing your investment value through price appreciation. So yung mga dividend stocks, ito yung shares ng mga companies na binibili mo sa stock market. Tapos itong mga companies na to, regularly nagbibigay sila ng dividends. Kumbaga sa savings account, parang regularly meron kang interest payments. But ang maganda sa mga dividend stocks, yung price mismo per share, umaakyat din yon, lalo na kung magandang company yung nabili mo. So aside from earning sa dividends, meron ka rin price appreciation. There are several benefits for investing in dividend stocks. Ang pinakamaganda dyan ay yung steady income kasi meron kang regular cash flow na natatanggap galing sa dividends. Pwedeng quarterly, pwedeng twice a year, pwedeng annually. Another benefit of investing in dividend stocks is yung potential growth. As I mentioned earlier, yung stock price, umaakyat pa yan as the company grows, as the company earns more money, yung price per share niya tataas din. Another advantage of investing in dividend stocks is that it is relatively less risk. Kasi yung mga companies na kayang magbigay ng dividends, usually these are already stable and secure companies. Mga malalaking company na to. Kasi imagine mo na lang, kung nagsisimula pa lang yung negosyo mo, magbibigay ka ba kagad ng dividends? Kasi yung pagbibigay ng dividends, hindi naman yan talaga mandatory. So, ang gusto mo, yung earnings mo, pinapaikot mo muna sa negosyo para lumaki siya. There are companies that are already big, stable, secure, and meron talaga silang excess na pera. So, ang ginagawa nila dun sa excess cash flow nila or excess income nila, dinidistribute nila sa mga investors as dividends. Lastly, dividend stocks earn better than bank accounts, mga bank savings accounts. Magkano na ba ang interest rate sa bangko ngayon? 1%? 2%? Mataas na yung 2% ngayon. But yung mga dividend stocks, meron silang dividend yield na around 3%, 3 to 6%. So that's definitely better and higher than what you would usually earn from an interest rate sa isang savings account. Now we go to the main topic of this video, which is how do you choose good high dividend stock? Paano mo nga ba malalaman kung magandang bilhin itong company na to as a high dividend stock for long-term investment? There are several factors that you need to consider, and among them, number one is yung dividend yield. The dividend yield tells you how much you'll earn in dividends relative to the stock price. It's calculated as the annual dividend per share divided by the stock price times 100. For example, ang dividend yield mo ay 3%. It means that kung nag-invest ka doon ng 100,000, you will get around 3,000 pesos worth of dividends per year. A higher yield sounds good, but be careful. If it's too high, it might not be sustainable. A good range for stable companies is around 2% to 6%. May mga companies kasi talaga na nagbibigay ng 10%, 15% per year na dividend. Although we are not saying that they are automatically bad or risky, but you have to do some research why they could afford to give such high dividend yields. However, for most companies, most stable and secure companies, giving out 2 to 6% na dividend yield is quite normal. Another factor to consider is yung payout consistency. Kasi hindi naman talaga mandatory na magbigay ng dividends itong mga companies na to unless na ikaw ay REIT. Kasi yung REIT by nature, mandatory magbigay ng dividends. But other companies in the stock market, yung mga dividend paying stocks, hindi talaga siya regular na nagbibigay. Minsan tumitigil pa nga. So, you have to look at the historical payout ng mga dividends kung talaga bang nagkakapagbigay sila. Kasi may mga companies na nung simula, quarterly, tapos naging once a year na lang, tapos naging every other year na lang. So you have to check the historical payouts. How often does the company pay out dividends? And is this frequency acceptable to you? Have they been consistent with the dividend frequency in recent years? It's good if a company distributes dividends quarterly, but annual dividends are still acceptable. The third consideration is earnings growth. Siyempre, gusto natin yung company natin ay kumikita. It's important to assess a stock's earnings growth outlook. Most companies allocate a portion of their profits for dividends. So if profits decline, dividends usually follow. Companies with consistent profit growth are more likely to sustain or even increase their dividend payouts over time. The fourth consideration or the fourth thing that you need to check is the company's valuation. I-check nyo kung undervalued ba siya or overvalued siya at the present time. Focus on high dividend stocks that are trading at attractive valuations. These stocks have greater potential for price appreciation and lower risk if you need to sell. Buying at a lower price increases your chances of making a profit while minimizing potential losses. So, gusto din kasi natin kumita sa price appreciation. So, kung yung isang company ay undervalued, let's just say that ang stock price niya ay 10 pesos pero ang valuation niya talaga is around 30 pesos. So, there's a potential na yung stock price niya na 10 pesos ay umakyat pa to 30 pesos. So, aside from you earning dividends from the shares, meron ka ring price appreciation na pwede mong ibenta yung shares mo in the future for profit. Lastly, you have to consider the stability of the industry. Some industries or sectors are more stable than others. Companies in utilities, consumer goods, and banking tend to be reliable dividend payers. Meanwhile, industries like tech or startups may not pay dividends as they reinvest profits for growth. So important na malaman din natin at i-research ano ba yung mga defensive stocks, ano yung mga cyclical stocks. Itong concept na to ay napaka-importante if you want to invest in a stable industry or sector in the stock market. Ngayon, nasa exciting part na tayo. Ituturo ko sa inyo yung isang strategy or technique sa pagre-research para malaman kung ano ba yung mga dividend stocks na magandang bilhin ngayon. We all start by going to Google at i-search natin ano ba yung mga highest paying dividend stocks in the Philippines. So ito tinay po sa Google and meron tayong search result, itong high dividend yield Philippine stocks. So let's click this and check kung ano yung mga nasa listahan. As we can see, ang sinasuggest dito is yung Semirara, SEC, LFM, Ocean Gold, OGP, Crown, etc. Ang tip ko sa inyo ay pumili kayo ng mga companies na nandito na gusto niyo. Kasi syempre magiging part owner kayo ng company na yon and it's important na gusto niyo yung binibili niyo. But let's just take yung number 1 na result, yung Semirara o SEC. So this is our number 1 candidate for the dividend stock na bibilhin natin. Ang next step natin ay pupunta tayo sa ChatGPT. So kung hindi pa kayo familiar sa ChatGPT, dapat ay pag-aralan nyo na, make yourself familiar with ChatGPT because this will be a very useful tool when it comes to research. So nandito tayo ngayon sa aking ChatGPT account. This is just a free account. You don't need a premium account para sa purpose ng gagawin natin. So kanina na-research natin na si SEC yung top na dividend yield company in the Philippines. So let's see kung ano nga ba ang masasabi ni ChatGPT or ng AI about SEC. We can ask, is SEC a good long-term dividend stock investment? So, ang sabi ni ChatGPT, ang SEC daw, it's a prominent coal producer in the Philippines. And let's just skip dun sa dividend performance niya. SEC has demonstrated a commitment to returning value to shareholders through regular dividend payments. In 2024, the company declared cash dividends totaling to 8 pesos per share, distributed as follows. So, 250, 2 pesos, 2 pesos, 150. This pattern reflects a robust dividend with the trailing yield reported at 4.08%. So in short, pwede tayong mag-research dito. May mga initial tayong mga matututunan about the companies, no? In conclusion, SEC exhibits characteristics of a potentially good long-term dividend investment, including a strong dividend yield and attractive valuation. However, investors should conduct thorough due diligence, considering both opportunities and risks associated with companies' operations and broader energy market landscape. So, pwede ko ngayon tanungin, give similar companies, please. Yan. So, tingnan natin kung ano yung isa-suggest ni ChatGPT. So, may mga suggestions siya ng mga similar companies, Aboitiz, SMC, FirstGen, ASEN, etc., no? But we can ask among these which has good dividend yield like SEC. So, ang suggestion dito ay si Aboitiz Power daw. Maganda rin for as a dividend yield company. So, we can siguro research further yung Aboitiz Power. Meron din siyang suggestion na sa utility sector yung Meralco at saka FirstGen. So with dividend yields na 4.8% and 5.1% respectively. So medyo na-curious ako sa Aboitiz Power. Pwede nating tanungin si ChatGPT and you give more information about Aboitiz Power. Particularly, give details of yung nabanggit natin kanina na mga factors when considering a high dividend yield stock for long-term investment. Ano nga ba yung mga yon? Kailangan natin malaman yung dividend yield, consistency in giving dividends, earnings growth, valuation, and yung industry and sector stability. So, let's ask. So, we have a good research information about Aboitiz Power at this time. So, meron tayong dividend yield and consistency. So, sabi niya, regular daw ang pagbibigay ng dividends and meron tayong dividend history over the past 5 years. And sabi dito, this pattern indicates a commitment to maintaining and gradually increasing dividend payout. So, maganda yung dividend yield niya. And earnings growth, AP has experienced fluctuations in its earnings over the past few years. The earnings per share from 2019 to 2024 is as follows. So the company has shown a recovery and growth trajectory in earnings, particularly from 2020 onwards. Yung valuation niya, nakalagay dito, this metric suggests that AP is reasonably valued compared to industry peers. So hindi siya undervalued, hindi rin siya overvalued. Ngayon, yung sector stability niya, nakalagay din dito na the Philippine energy sector is undergoing a transition towards more sustainable energy sources. So, sinasabi rito na despite these challenges, EP's diversified portfolio, which includes renewable energy sources, positions it well to adapt to the evolving energy landscape in the Philippines. So, in conclusion, ito yung maganda na hinahanap ko. AP has demonstrated consistent dividend payouts, a positive earnings growth trend, and maintains reasonable valuation metrics. Its strategic initiatives and diversified energy portfolio suggest a stable position within the evolving Philippine energy sector. Ngayon, gusto mong i-compare, pwede mong tanungin si ChatGPT, compare yung kanina SEC, itong AP, and isabay na natin si Meralco. Gusto rin natin si Meralco when it comes to these 5 metrics for dividend stocks. Ayan. Tingnan natin kung ano yung gagawin ni ChatGPT. Binigay niya as an article or in text, but we can probably ask, can you present as a table? Ayan. So, mas madaling makita as a table yung mga information. So, pagdating sa dividend yield, mataas yung kay SEC, moderate yung kay Aboitiz Power at 5.7%, and then stable si Meralco. Yung dividend consistency, si SEC varies with earnings, sometimes volatile. Ito, consistent with slight increases. Ito, very stable and predictable. Earnings growth, volatile due to coal price fluctuation. Steady growth supported by renewables. And then si Meralco, steady growth driven by power distribution monopoly, etc. So may mga valuation tayo. Meron tayong key takeaway. So SEC has the highest dividend yield but also faces earnings volatility due to coal market fluctuations. Aboitiz Power offers moderate dividends with stable earnings growth, benefiting from investments in renewable energy. While Meralco is the most stable in terms of industry and earnings but has lower dividend yield compared to SEC. So we can just go on and ask all these questions kay ChatGPT. Pwede tayong magtanong, can you also give similar companies in real estate? Yan. And banking. So, tingnan natin. Check natin yung real estate industry at saka yung banking industry. So, sa real estate sector, ito yung mga sinasuggest niya. C-REIT, Shang Properties, FLI, and A-REIT. Pagdating sa banking sector, si Metrobank, si Bank of Commerce, yun yung mga mataas ang dividend yield ni Metrobank, 11.73. Kanina sa real estate, ang mataas si Shang Properties. But nandito si Citicorp at saka si C-REIT at saka si A-REIT, yung favorite ko ng mga REITs. So I can just play around ChatGPT, but in the end, it's very important to double check the information that you are getting. Whatever information that we get from ChatGPT, very important na dino-double check pa rin natin kasi hindi naman foolproof yung information na pine-present niya. But at least, di ba, ang dali na mag-research. We can just ask ChatGPT like a person. Isipin natin na isa siyang professional na investment analyst, and then we can have shortcuts sa ating due diligence. But of course, it's important to compare the information with other reliable and more authorized na sources. But at least, di ba, shortcut na yung ating research. Now, I'd like to give you some final tips when it comes to dividend investing. Number one, invest for the long term. Ang advantage talaga ng pag-i-invest sa dividend stocks ay paghanda ka mag-invest ng long term. Pag mahaba ang iyong investment horizon. Hindi ka pwede na bibilhin mo ngayon, next year, ibebenta mo siya ulit. Kasi kung gano'n yung gagawin mo, mag-stock trading ka na lang. So, it's really good to invest for the long term, lalo na kung dividend stocks ang binibili mo. Number two is to reinvest your earnings. Yung marireceive mo ng mga dividend payouts, ipambili mo pa siya nung shares ulit nung company na yon para nagko-compound yung nare-receive mong dividends, parami na parami kasi yung shares mo, and you will earn more profits in the future. Number three is to diversify your portfolio. Mas maganda iba-ibang sectors yung binibili mo. At wag lang puro stock market ang investment mo. Pwede ka rin mag-try ng mga mutual funds kasi may mga mutual funds na rin ngayon na nagbibigay ng dividends. And of course, you can invest in other types of assets like bonds and probably on actual real estate and also in a business. Lastly, it's important to monitor your investments. Kapag yung mga binili mong company, nagsimula na bumaba yung earnings, medyo nagiging stagnant na yung company, it's okay to sell that company and buy a new one and look for a better dividend-paying stock. Investing in dividend stocks is a great way to earn passive income while growing your wealth. By choosing a stable, financially strong company, and reinvesting your dividends, you can build a reliable income stream for the future. And that's the end of our video. I hope ay marami kayong natutunan. I hope ay i-share nyo rin itong video na to sa mga friends nyo. Bigyan nyo na thumbs up. And please remember to subscribe to our channel. Hanggang sa susunod ulit nating video. Goodbye, take care, and stay safe.